Hey everybody, it's Brian for GumballTech.com. In this video I'm going to show you Android 1.6 running on my iPhone 2G. Right now I'm in iOS 3.1.3. So now I'm going to turn it off and we're going to go to the bootloader. Okay, so the phone is off, so I'm just going to push the power button. And here we are at the Open iBoot menu. Now we have three choices. One of them is for the iOS. The middle one is for the console. So you could go to the console and then on your computer you could run OIBC, and that lets you send commands to the phone and do cool things. And yeah, and then the last one is Android. So let's go to that. Use your volume up and down keys to choose your selection, and then your home button to boot it. Okay, so I'm finally in Android. Here we are at the lock screen. Now, it should take about 30 more seconds until I get associated with AT&T. So I'm going to push the menu button to unlock, and just like that, we are in Android. Now, the installer I use to get Android on here includes all the Google apps such as Gmail and Market, so that you can install other applications. Usually it automatically associates to Wi-Fi, but if that doesn't happen, you just have to go to Settings, and then Wireless Controls, and then make sure it connects to your Wi-Fi network. Now, Wi-Fi is still a little bit iffy. Sometimes if you can't connect to your Wi-Fi network, you actually have to reboot it and hope that it works. Most of the time it does. This time it didn't, so I don't really want to wait another 4 minutes to boot it, so here we are, Android 1.6, tap and hold, you could add a shortcut or a widget. For the most part it's sort of smooth. It's a little bit laggy with your touch input. Other than that, it's pretty fine. Now here's the default home screen here, and here is my page with my apps installed from the market. Here we have Pandora, works fine over Wi-Fi. Now let me tell you a little bit about the button layout. Your home button is actually the back button, so if I push the power button out, it should go back to the home screen. And then the home button is the settings button, or the menu button. Let me open up the browser. So the home button is the menu button, as you can see here. So now we'll go back again. And then your up button is for the dialer. It goes to the phone application. And there's still some problems here and there, but for the most part everything works fine. Calls work, text messages work. And then your button, or your down volume button, that is your home button. So if I push that, it should go back to the home screen. Or right there. The accelerometer also works, as you just saw from the settings screen. So if I go back to settings and then tilt the phone, it instantly changes to landscape, which is pretty cool. As for audio, audio works through the earpiece. To get it to work for the speaker, you actually have to plug in headphones, and then it magically starts to work through the speaker. So if you're playing some music and you don't hear anything, plug in your headphones and it starts to play through the speaker, but it doesn't do anything through the headphones, so it's a little weird. All this stuff is still early on, even though you could get it to work. Usually it connects to AT&T and Wi-Fi right when it boots everything, but for some reason it did not work this time, so if I do another reboot it probably will work, but I don't really want to do that. I'll probably get rid of Android right after this video, and I'll give Android another shot once 2.2 works on my iPhone 2G. And if you want to shut down Android, you have to go to the DevTools, and then go to the Terminal Emulator. Then you have to log in as root, and then reboot. Now, a thing about typing on here, if you type fast, then it will miss a lot of your keys, so you have to go sort of slow with it. I guess it's, like as you can see there, it missed my E, so I'm just going to start over. And my T, and then enter. Then after about 5 seconds or so, it should go back to the Open iBoot boot menu. So anyway, that was just a quick look at Android 2.2 running on an iPhone 2G. It's still pretty buggy. Some things work, some things do work, some things sort of work. So it's not really worth installing if you're planning on using this as your primary OS, because that would just be stupid. And as you can see, it finally associated to AT&T. I have 5 bars, so I could probably call and make some text messages, which do work. Data through or mobile data doesn't work. So, but yeah, that was just a quick video on Android 1.6. Follow me on Twitter if you'd like, twitter.com/bsweet. Visit us on the web over at gumballtech.com. I should have a bunch of iPhone 4 videos coming up once the white iPhone 4 gets released. I have a bunch of cases coming up. I have a bunch of cheap ones coming from eBay again, like almost 30 cases, silicone and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so check back soon, so stay subscribed.